Beautiful is the night, so the faces of my people. Beautiful is the sky and the stars, so the eyes of my people. Beautiful also is the sun. Beautiful also are the souls of my people. Good morning, my people. Good morning. My offering begins with the work of that great poet, essayist, journalist, playwright, Langston Hughes. He has so many slashes that he too could have been a member of the NAMAC community. And as Wendy mentioned, I have the privilege of having my work been around I describe myself as a social change architect, of having the privilege of building leaders and the leadership of creatives and social change agents, particularly in the how of social change. In not only building up the leadership of others, but for the first time, I'm going to share how I myself am stepping into my own leadership with the founding of a social impact fund for entrepreneurs, creative entrepreneurs of African descent, whose works, whose products and services will serve to shift and uplift cultural representations of Black people worldwide. My intention is to disrupt and interrupt anti-Blackness, and I am very humbled in this city, with this city's legacy, in the light of the Black Panther movement and of the origins of the movement for Black lives, to declare that my work is about ending racism in the same ways that in social entrepreneurship we try to end other kind of complex, hairy, scary problems like climate change and global health and the like. My interest is to bring a racism solutions lens to that field of impact investing. And as I do this work, I am drawn more and more to the work of the Harlem Renaissance and what I call the Harlem Renaissance model, where you have poets and intellectuals and financiers and activists building networks of trust and collaboration. And it strikes me that that is the heart of what we are doing here in the NAMAC community. It's about tribe, it's about belonging, it's about finding your people, other folks who too are obsessed with, as Tabitha mentioned yesterday, the role of taking notice and making meaning. And so I just want to offer some of the things that are coming up for me as important for our work as we launch into this beautiful day that are central to our work together as a community of artists and a community of leaders. And the first is that business of connecting. The second is this business of disturbing. And the third is this business of healing. So for connecting, it is about what we're doing today, convening, but convening in a way that we're just showing up and really being present with each other, about being intentional about our authenticity and resting in the fact that it is more about who we are being and becoming more than really what we are even doing in this world. And so the invitation is for us to show up and to be authentic and to be present in our relationship and our community making. Because it strikes me that there is no meaning making where there is no community making. And the story that Michael Primo illustrated for us yesterday about Gordon Parks, and that at the end of the day, it's about loving the folk. And I think even Sarah mentioned that the bottom line at the end of the day needs to be love. So let's build and connect and let love be our guide. Is that all right? All right. Secondly, this business of disturbing. Mike said yesterday that story either reinforces the status quo or it disturbs it. And I think we would be remiss as those who care about story, who care about cultural representations and changing the world, to not mention and speak the name of the greatest of all times, Muhammad Ali, who yesterday was eulogized. And one of his great quotes, friends, is that he said, "I am the disturbance in the sea of your complacency, and I will never stop shaking your waves." I am the disturbance in the sea of your complacency, and I will never stop shaking your waves. What if that was our mantra as a tribe of storytellers? Because the status quo is not acceptable. All is not well with our people. And so we disturb through story, we disturb through meaning making, and we do that intentionally because all is not well. We make way, we make room, we have collision on purpose to make way for justice to flow, for wholeness to flow, for life to flow. So disturbing is central to our work, and I invite us as we go into this day to trouble the waters until we are healed. And that third movement that's coming up for me is this business of healing. We don't just disturb for the sake of disturbing. We have plenty of national figures that show us what that does, right? We are interested in disturbing so that wholeness and healing comes, because we recognize that there is a work of repairing, of restoration, of replenishment, of remembering that which has been disrupted and disjointed. That is our work, ultimately, to bring this work of healing. And that echoes what Sonia said yesterday at the end of the panel. I don't know if folks caught it, but it jumped out at me that culture arms us, but it can also heal us. And so this business of healing, of repairing, of disturbing for the sake of remembering, of bringing our members back together, looms large for me. And so I just invite us to be present in the day and how we can do the work of healing, of connecting, and also of disturbing. Thank you so much. Let's make it a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day.